Hey everyone, I am T-Rex, and today I'm doing my review for Hellboy 2 The Golden Army. This is my last of reviews for the Guillermo Del Toro's films. So far I reviewed Pacific Rim, and most recently I reviewed Hellboy 1. If you want to check out those videos, I'll leave a little playlist up here with those, and you can go click those if you want to watch those. But anyways, with that out of the way, let's get into my review for Hellboy 2 The Golden Army. Hellboy 2 The Golden Army is the sequel to Hellboy, and once again this film is directed by Guillermo Del Toro and stars Ron Perlman, Selma Blair, Doug Jones, Jeffrey Tambor, Luke Goss, Anna Walton, Seth MacFarlane, and John Hurt. And this is the sequel to where the last Hellboy left off, and this is still about Hellboy, Liz, and Abe hunting down monsters when a new character appears named Prince Nuada, and he wants to summon an ancient group of robots known as the Golden Army. This Golden Army, though, is this rad army that are super strong and have this ability to take over the world. And when you get into a sequel like this, you really want to just jump straight into the new material, as we don't really need to set up new characters. Here we're just able to take advantage of this brand new plot and these new characters. And here the movie really improves upon the original with the advantage of being able to have a better world and just doing more world building, making it a real lot bigger and cooler, and having some astounding creatures. Also, there's a villain here that is much improved over the original, because he's a villain that actually feels like a twist on the average just superhero villain. This narrative just manages to feel like this huge sprawling narrative, while also feeling very gritty with an underworld feeling that we get to explore more now in the sequel. I think this narrative takes everything that really works about the first one's story and really runs with it. And the premise itself is just so unique and is able to work so well with these characters that's just so unique. And it takes us to these brand new locations while at the same time introducing these new type of characters that don't slow down the pacing of the film. This is one of those movies that you point to on how to do a sequel that improves upon the original with narrative, since it can just do more things and doesn't have to set as many things up. The narrative here was just so unique and had a great premise as well, and I think they executed it so well. Also, this movie has really good pacing with us getting from place to place with very good development as well, and managing to just be as interesting and just moving a little bit quicker. It fixes the problems that I have with the first one, where in that movie sometimes they could get a little boring or the tone was a little shifty because we kept jumping from thing to thing. But here there are not really any slow points, and it also does a great job of not slowing down but also giving us awesome scenes to enjoy as well. Also, if you want to talk about awesome scenes here, there are just so many of those. There's this weird eye creature that really stood out to me as a holy guacamole moment, where it was just so weird and I absolutely loved it, along with other great scenes such as the origin story for the Golden Army. I thought they did a great job with that. These scenes also just feel so distinct and different in the style, which makes these scenes really stand out. The original Hellboy, it was good in parts, but I don't know, for me at least, if there were any standout scenes. Like maybe the subway scene was pretty good, but I don't know if it was standout. Here you got so many great scenes that stand out. You have the big gunfight, you have Wink's fight against him, that was great. You have the Golden Army scene, you have Prince Nuada's fight scene, and I just thought it was amazing. As good as the first Hellboy is, here just makes the first film feel smaller, as the action and amazing scenes here are just so great and spectacular. Also, characters here get a big boost when it comes to development. I think Hellboy is still just as good as ever, and Ron Perlman once again shows why he might be the definitive take on Hellboy. We really get to see him shine here, where he gets a little bit more screen time, and he doesn't buckle under the more weight and higher spotlight on him. Also, his girlfriend Liz gets a lot more development and becomes an awesome staple in this team and gets really fleshed out here. Same with Abe here, he really gets to shine here and he is great. These characters had a lot of potential in the first one, so it's great to see it now completely realized in the sequel. Also, Johannes Kraus is a great new addition and is hilarious and the real bright spot when it comes to the cast being unique and funny. Jeffrey Tambor returns again and is fine. We also get to see a lot more development for the villain here with Prince Nuada and his sister Princess Nuala, and there are these characters that are just these amazing opposite sides of a coin for Hellboy and the team. And not to dive into spoiler territory, but the way that these characters have to interact with each other is very unique, and it really adds a few twists to the overall narrative as well. This movie, though, doesn't have as much heart as the first one. It goes bigger, but that emotional core with Hellboy and his dad is explored here a little bit, but not as much as the first one, which really was the heart of the film. This makes this film emotionally feel a bit more hollow due to the lack of that real character relationship in the film. Now, Guillermo Del Toro returns to this movie to direct, and you see his style and direction really shine through here even more than before, as he really does these incredible creatures that are as interesting as they are weird. Now, super weird creatures to me are interesting, but Cthulhu or super weird imagery are not always my thing, but I think if you are really into them, like, these creatures are so rad. So if you're into Cthulhu or weird monsters, this will be like your thing. You're gonna love this imagery. Also, the cinematography here really feels like a step up. Every shot here is just so vibrant and beautiful with this fantastic steampunk glow to it. I love that for the sequel here that Guillermo del Toro and team took some more risks and really went for it. Really feels like he went all out for this movie and really let his vision for Hellboy shine through. His unique vision for the character and the world truly shows how great of a director he truly is and how great he is at completely bringing us into his own very unique world. This is how to do a sequel, already having characters set up and just diving straight into a bigger, more extended world while at the same time developing characters more and giving us more compelling villains. The style and direction here are superb, but the heart that really kept us interested in the first movie just isn't as here as much. It ends on a sweet note, but it just felt like a core element from the first one that was so great just didn't really carry over. This leads to a movie that has great narrative, great characters, and a story with fantastic world and great world building, and a great director and with a great direction, but with a few drawbacks that hold me back from truly loving this film, although I did have a great time with it. Wait, did I just spoil it? Never mind. Hellboy 2, The Golden Army is great. Now for recommendations. If you want fantastic world building with a great vision, I'm going to recommend Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. If you want another Guillermo Del Toro movie and like the big robots here, I can say without a doubt, if you're into big robots, go watch his other movie, Pacific Rim, which I did a review for if you want to check that out. Anyways, what are your thoughts on Hellboy 2, The Golden Army? I would love to hear your thoughts on it down below. Remember to share this video with a friend who would like to see a review of Hellboy 2. If you like this video and want to stick around, you can subscribe and don't miss any of my future videos. Anyways, this Friday I will be reviewing the show Falcon and the Winter Soldier completely, and when that comes out, I'll see you then. Bye.